Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Man United agenda. Luis Enrique has declined the Manchester United job. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Man United agenda. And as the managers merry-go-round, as the Manchester United now latest person is linked with the Manchester United job is Luis Enrique, and he has declined the opportunity to become Manchester United. So, OMONDI, let's take it away. At the moment, what's going? It's become a circus at Manchester United at the moment, isn't it?
You know what? I prefer, like, there's a saying, it said, bad boys, they move in silence, and we're out here, making bare noise about who we want, and then we say, oh, we want this guy, and only for the guy to say, nah, we're not interested, and it's disrespect. It's a disrespect to Man United. Who wouldn't be interested in managing Man United, But the thing is, we're going for guys that are already employed. With the Ajax coach, he said, the Seville coach, we had Pochettino was he said a little bit more, which was a bit more revealing. It was like, I love Paris and everything else. I thought that one was a bit suspect, so he's sort of my betting favourite at the moment. And then Luis Enrique, I think we're just aiming really for names, or he was connected to Barcelona, like on par, to please the fans. If we really are a bad boy, we're moving in silence and dealing with someone no one even knows about, not even the top agents or the top journalists and all that kind of thing. It's done in silence. And I'm hoping and praying for the reputation of Man United that all these guys are just decoys, and the real work's being done undercover, like Mr. B's skinny teeth right now. He knows what I'm talking about. Real bad boys move in silence.
Oh, brilliant. Mr. B, as what Amanda says, it's like moving in silent at Manchester United at the moment. Every single day, it seems like we're linked with someone different. And it just seemed like every day they're just saying, no, we don't want that job. We just don't want it. Apart from, obviously, Poch, who is my number one target for Manchester United. Luis Enrique, what do you make of him rejecting the United job? Or according to sources, he has rejected it.
I thought it was or what I was hearing, it was Ronaldo who maybe put the idea out there. Maybe I'm wrong. I know Owen Hargreaves did mention a couple of things as well. But he's got a job. I saw an interview where he said that he's in the biggest club in the world. He's Spain manager. He said his club has 5,000 players. Let's get things into perspective here. He hasn't even taken them to the tournament that he's been brought in to take them to. If after the tournament, again, fair enough. But when's the next World Cup? Is 18 months.
Yeah.
So he's not going to give up his job. Yeah, he's not going to give up his job. Maybe I say that, but as I said, as Monday said, shh.
Talk. What do you gather with this new information coming out again? I've always said it. I swear there's like a little mold in Manchester United dressing room that's sort of like just feeding the press out there. So everything will just jump on the bandwagon. But like one Monday said, something silence going on, but deadly.
Yeah, look, these things leak out from little cracks. But yeah, look, if this is the case, like we say, it's always speculation until it's sort of confirmed. It's a bit kind of disappointing, isn't it? Because you know what, he seems like a decent manager. His record's pretty good, etc. And his philosophy and tactics and everything seemed like they would sort of, you know, he could have quite easily blended in at Man United. So that a bit of a disappointment, a kick in the teeth. However, put it into context of where his position is in right now with all the other managers, you know, and also ask the question, has a little bit of the shine been taken off the appeal of the Manchester United job because of the way we're run by the owners, you know?
Yeah, it's a good call. Like what you're saying, it depends if it's sort of how we go down and the pressure the Manchester United job comes with, because it is a lot of pressure for most managers. Louis van Gaal, we looked at, was a big manager with a big personality. Then you had Jose Mourinho, the ego, the one with the big broad shoulders. He didn't really succeed. So from the outside looking in, you could look at Manchester United, especially what we're saying about the owners from top to bottom. It's like they've got no direction. So managers are coming in and they're not sure of what they're getting. So for a manager of the pedigree of Luis Enrique, is it worth his while coming into Manchester United on Monday?
Yeah, I think it's worth his while. Come on, it's a big job. It's a big job. I mean, apart from Barcelona, I think he had Barcelona B. I think he was at Roma and one of the smaller
Celta
Vigo. Yeah, Celta Vigo. So coming back, if he goes, imagine this: he goes with Spain, who've got a decent chance. We've seen them; they've always got a good team. They go to the World Cup in Qatar, where they play their tiki-taka football and wear teams out in that heat. They could go and win it, for example, and then he could, retire and take a big job like Manchester United and demand what he wants, and his reputation would be a lot higher than it is now. Because most people in England, apart from, he was a great player. I mean, let's not forget that, man. He was a top player prior to Messi and all that kind of thing. During the 90s, we used to come up against them, and Luis Enrique was a proper baller. But let's see what he's got. Because I like I said, just doing it at Barca when you got Neymar and Messi and winning the Champions League, yeah, it's not bad. It's like we said about Valverde. He's coming to a Barca side, won 2 leagues with that Barca side with Messi. You say, okay, yeah, that's not bad. But the real acid test for me, like you're saying, Solo, can he come to the north of England, come to Manchester United? Yeah. The weather's changed right now. I'm having to put the heating on.
Hold on a minute.
He's a Spanish guy, you know what I mean? I know you live there, Talk. I know you live there, but even down south right now, it's pretty cold, But can he come up there, deal with all that, deal with the pressure, and who really wants that? I think we have to be looking at someone who is more ambitious, as in wants to prove something. This is why I'm going back to the Ajax coach, because I think for him it's like, wow, if I can go there and really prove myself there, then I'm stamped. I get my stripes. All these other guys we're talking about, they've got their stripes already elsewhere, sometimes easily. Look at Zidane, for example. I think he's getting away with it. He had a great team. He got his stripes. And he can sit back now and say, yeah, the man from Del Monte says no, or sit there with his thing, thinking he's a top dog, and when really come to the Prem and prove it. Look at Ronaldo as a player. He's done it in different leagues, and you can say you can't doubt that guy. So I'm not sure about Enrique and all these other guys we've been linked with. I'm thinking now, let's get someone who can prove himself at our club and take on that challenge, because, like you said, there's a lot of factors in place here.
I also want to add to that in saying, like, look, we either go for a silent assassin. We need either a silent assassin, i.e. somebody who's like, they seem a bit quiet and everything else, but they're top notch. You know what I mean? Really, really top notch. Or we need that real big gob, gobshite. He's going to come in and start barking orders, taking no crap, being really harsh. One or the other. We can't have that kind of softening, that soft in between bit. We can't have that. We've been there too many times. So I'm right on board with you there, bro.
Yeah. And go on, Mr. B. So you touched on Owen Hargreave as well. Owen Hargreave has also stated that he believed Enrique would be the choice and the correct man to manage Man United. So at the moment, we've got so many ex-players almost seem like they want their own man to come into Manchester United to manage Manchester United, like Rio Ferdinand did with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Sign him up, put the piece of paper there, sign him, give him the contract now. And we are here now. Obviously, Solskjaer is a legend, so guys out there who's watching, don't think I'm having a dig at him, because he's a legend and he always will be a legend to me, and he's brought a lot of joy and happiness in my life as a Man United fan. So, but it's ex-players, it seems, have a say in what goes on at Manchester United.
bam, rookie error. These ex-players, nobody knows what's going on. Let's be honest. We've had 5 names in 4 days. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody just is putting out all of these various things. So guess what? Oh, I was right. You mentioned his name maybe 6 months ago or 3 months ago when Ollie was under no pressure. So it's just, I want a decision made, but I want it to be how Monday said. It's not somebody who, saying that, no, that's a lie. I want a winner. I do want a winner. I do want somebody. I don't even mind if they don't come with that CV, and we as like a whole big thing. We just go together. We all grow together. I would take that. You know who my choice is, but it's Pooch, as what's his name keeps writing on here. Rebel keeps telling me his name is Pooch.
No, we don't want Pooch.
Poch, I know you don't want Pooch, but I just feel that he would be the perfect foil. We got players and he works with young players. You know how much times we're talking about these young players. He plays brave football, as far as I remember, until it went pear-shaped at Spurs. So he's my choice. Enrique, I just don't feel. I want a manager who wants to come and who's willing to leave whatever they are to come. I don't want all these managers. End of the season. We are. Sorry, we are. This is who we are.
Did you find it, Mr. B?
You know what? You know what? Listen, get lost. On the camera, on the screen is the other side. Yeah. So when I go to get lost. Leave me alone.
But can I just say something, Mr. B? Can I just say, like, with this thing with Poch, they're talking about, we know people, we talk about the young players and the blah, blahs, but there has to be something there at the end game to him to refer to. He hasn't got that, has he? You know what I mean?
But look, how close was he to the biggest prize in football?
But second means nothing.
I understand that, because we're the king of second being second under Ollie. So let's not get it twisted. I understand that. Yeah. But I just feel that he's got more to give. That's what I mean. I think his ceiling, he hasn't reached that cut-off. I think he can bring us to that next level. That's just my opinion, my humble opinion. But if we have him, then I would be very impressed.
Can I just put something out there, guys? Let me just put something out there, guys. Look, I've had many occasions in my life where my girls come to me and said, "Are you cheating?" And I said, "No, darling, I'm not cheating." You know, straight face, everything else. And really, behind that, my heart be racing and everything else. But I'm not going to turn my back on something that's secure and thing. I don't want to pack my bags and leave right there and then, you know, and to get booted out there and then for a better lover or a side piece. Man United are not a side piece to anybody, you know. So regardless, if you have got a mistress who's, you know, whispering in your ear and tempting you with, you know, dollars and good players and all this kind of thing, like Man United are doing, putting the feelers out on these managers, you're not going to declare it in public, you know. Like I say, so either these managers are bad boys, they move in silence, and obviously the acting. It's like, I love it here at the club. Only a few months this is Poch. I love it here in Paris. I love Paris. I mean, I'm sure he live in a hotel, as we said the other day, and I'm sure Leonardo's giving him hell, and he's like, man, you know, I'm sure I really need this. So people lie, straight-faced liars, you know, as Mr. B likes to say about Ollie and thing. We see this in football, you know. You have to give the perception that everything cool, because you got thousands of fans who will boo you and give you a well of abuse and that kind of thing. So I'm not surprised by these rejections, everything else. That's why, as I said, for my opening point, let's hope the people upstairs are gonna like finally do us some justice and get in the right guy, and just all of this that they're teasing us with at the moment, all these other managers, is just decoy bait, like for a shark to come along and munch on like we're doing. We're munching on all this now. But in the meantime, something else is going on in the background. And then when we do get presented with our manager, you're like, oh my God, I never see this guy come in, you know?
But with it as well, Sorry, go on,
Just make
talk.
one
I'll just
point
quickly
in
go on,
terms
talk.
of Poch, from what I've said about him and everything else, and even in the WhatsApp messages and blah blah, is the one thing I would say is if he's confident about coming to United and being successful, that is obviously going for him, because that's what we need. That is one asset in a manager that we do need. We need somebody who's got that confidence to come in and take the reins from the failures before.
Yeah, I'm talking about Poch as well. He's living in Paris, but his family still live in London. So that will be a good selling point for him to come back to Man United. I have stated before in the WhatsApp group, listening to Poch once when he lost the Tottenham job. Also, interviews, listening to what he's saying. He's always said he always wanted a Man United job. That was a dream job he always wanted. So it's not, it just came out of thin air and he's saying, oh, I want a Man United job. He's been saying this for years. He wants a Man United job. And I think I was talking to Mr. B today, and we're talking about the Greenwoods of the world. We're talking about the Rashford, Van der Beek, Hannibal. We're talking about all these young players that he would come in and he'd make them so much better and he would give them opportunity. I saw someone put in a comment, which I did do my research. Poch average spend at Tottenham per season was 20 million at Spurs. And what he done...
He's
with
perfect
Spurs,
for the Glazers then, isn't he? Bloody hell.
But the thing is, though, the problem with it, he still took them into top 4, and the style of football is good style of football as well. It's a better style of... Go on.
What formation does he play?
I believe he play. It's not 4-3-3. It's almost like a 4. I think is it 4. I didn't do my research on that, but I think he plays 4 at the back. I know he plays 4 at the back, and
4,
he
2,
plays
3,
1 up front. Yeah, he plays 1 up
4,
front.
2, 3. So basically, that's the same formation that we'd be playing at the moment.
But you got to think with his style of play. Yes, he might play the same formation, but the style of play he plays a more, not TikTok football, but more passes. At least then we'll have a manager who can demonstrate leadership as well. So we need someone who's to come in and who could be able to drop players, pick players, and also get the best out of these youngsters, because we always go... At the moment, we keep talking about Man United, identity of Man United, style of Man United, the philosophy, how we used to play football. We've got to forget all of that. That's finished now. Football like that is done. That was Ferguson era. The new era we're in now isn't that.
Of course not. We can't keep looking back as a club. No, we can't do that. But we're proud of our history and our heritage. Of course we are. But there are aspects of our past that we do need to keep in mind going forward. But like for me, with this, if he does, the 4-2-3-1 aspects and what you're saying there about the way he plays the game and everything, it's just the only concerns I've got is the imbalance in our midfield. Can he actually, if he could get that midfield to tick where we actually control the midfield and control games, etc., then you know what? I'll sign him now. If I thought he could do that, then you know what? I'll ask the rest of you guys. Do you think is Poch capable of getting that midfield we've got right now, the selections?
I'm going to OMONDI because I know for a fact OMONDI is going to agree with me, and I swear Mr. B might do as well. We've got the players at Man United. I've always said it. We've got the players at Man United. So yes, he can. So for me, quick answer, yes, he can.
Yeah, and that's a yes from me as well, Bob, because basically, if you look at the result yesterday against Villarreal, we've sort of turned it around. Not turned it around, but no one would have seen that coming under Ollie. So, and that's under Carrick. It's just a day or two to train and that kind of thing. So whatever that they're sort of sprinkling on the players to refreshen them and make them come out and give a disciplined performance like that, because it was disciplined. We're away from home and we produced the goods. And I think the midfield was okay. I like seeing McTominay's dropped off a lot deeper. He was sort of similar to playing like Matic would, going into the back three and playing like that defensive guy that we need. I just don't like his ability on the ball and a bit too rush. But otherwise, he was given a role to do and he performed it pretty decent.
Right. So I'm going to go through then. And the other one we're going to go through quickly is, sorry, Mr. B, yes or no? Have we got the players to cope?
Mute.
What era? I say all the time, we've got the players. We've got enough players we've got players in our squad that have a top 4 teams jealous. That's my opinion. All right, it's biased. I admit, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. but we've got good players. All right, we might be a player short in a position, but this is what coaches are for, and this is what coaches do. You know, coach the players to do what whoever comes in, be a coach. I don't want to see a man manager. I don't want to see a man with a book on the side. I want to see a coach. I want to see a man who
Tactics.
Yeah, that's so. You know what? Tactics. Yeah, tactics. I know Monday's the king for tactics, but yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see tactics.
So, quick one again. So, Luis Enrique is basically one of Cristiano Ronaldo's choices to be the Man United, according to Paper Talk. Then you also got Romano have come out now today and state that Luis Enrique is not interested in come to Man United at all. So that then just puts another manager come tomorrow. Someone else will be here. I don't know if Big Sam will be up for the position, but he might turn us down as well. Or you never know. Neil Warnock might come back in. We never know. We never know. Or you never know. We might get Steve Bruce. We might do. You never know.
Well, I'll rebel about that. He's got sources.
Yeah, he got sources.
Oh yeah, what's his name now? I've got that guy, Fabiano Romero. That's
so Amanda, do you want to cut through some of these comments for us, please? Let's get through some of these comments and see if we can all answer some of these guys. Guys, if you're watching, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We are almost 900 subscribers away, and we're 1K subscribers. We're giving you the chance to win yourself a signed Bruno Fernandes football shirt. So keep hitting that like, share, and subscribe.
So I'm going to drop two quickly from Rush. Hi, Rush. How you doing? He says, Randrick is a great option, but he wants the director of football position, which Darren Fletcher, our own, has that role at the moment. So not sure whether Glazers would want to make that change, but he still thinks director of football, Randrick, that's what he's good at, is really good at. And also, he also says, go ahead, talk.
No, I was just going to say that if we go back to that comment, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying about Jaap Stam. I mean, yeah, Jaap Stam's a scary guy, but yeah. But yeah, what you said there about the Glazers, would they want to make that change? This is where Ed Woodward has to be, making some decisions as well, and other board members, in order to, because it's not them. I don't think it's the Glazers. They don't understand this. Do you agree? They don't understand the layers of the club, so to speak.
Well, evidence is, look at where we're at. I think that's an agreement from me anyway. And secondly, I think surprise Jaap Stam hasn't said he wants to roll. No one's laughing. I'm not laughing. Jaap Stam was a manager. He managed at Reading, didn't he?
Reading,
he was at Ajax for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's an ex-manager. He's proven, and he's an ex-Man United guy as well. So
sorry, I'm on there with Reading. We got them into the playoff, and then he literally left them in a state.
I wouldn't laugh that off.
One day. Don't come and wind me up on a Wednesday night, bro.
Let's move on then. In response, Bath Time saying, I don't really want Randrick. His football is too low budget. His football is for low budget underdog teams. Has never won anything of note. So that's countered that one.
That's an interesting comment. When you think about that, sorry, Amanda. I'm just going to say, when you think about that, we've been talking about Poch, the non-Pochers, right? The Pochers out have been saying the same thing. He's not won anything. He's not won this and not won that. So actually, on reflection, you go, well, you have to say the same thing about Rangnick. Even though he might have all these great ideas, if he's not won anything, then is that an option?
Okay, so we moved on to talking about Poch from Enrique. As soon as that was a no, all roads seem to be leading to Poch. So on that note, Bath Times also said Poch is one of the best managers I've seen himself in regards to defensive and attacking transitions of play in the Premier League. He'd make enormous difference to our team. So that's about it. And there's other comments here, you guys, but yeah, you can read them through. We're clicking through them. Let's go on to our next section.
So we're going to talk a little bit about, obviously, what Luis Enrique bring to us if he was to come to Man United. So his credential is a 4-3-3. Mr. B is a 4-3-3 man on Monday. 4-3-3.
Also, he did like to mess about a little bit with the 3-4-3, which is obviously a little bit trickier to get right, a bit riskier.
Can I just out of curiosity, I'm going to throw this out here.
Go.
If we were to play 3-4-3, what players would play?
It'd have to be Dallo and Tellers, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Then what?
And you know what, as well with that wouldn't be a bad option right now because I don't think Wan-Bissaka or Luke Shaw has been good this season.
But then we would.
No.
So you don't think so 3 centre backs with the squad that we've got, and I'm talking about to maybe try and win something. I can't see how with.
It doesn't work for me, if I'm honest with you. I don't like the idea of that. If I'm honest,
the thing is though, yeah, and this is what we've got to come out of, and I think it's about think bigger, think Manchester United, yeah. At the moment, we've been using the system that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have been using, so we've been seeing the same player week in, week out, and they're not been performing. Why can't we have a new formation, a new system to get to see other players, and then if something happens, then we can maneuver players from one position to another rather than not giving the opportunity to other players because we think the system wouldn't work on Monday.
You know, look, I think a lot of managers get sort of pigeonholed with a certain formation. Oh, he plays that formation. You know, a good manager should be able to adapt and play any formation. I think what we got to keep eyes on now is Steven Gerrard. He stepped into Aston Villa. They got Watkins and Ings up front. So he's got to decide, do I play a 3 up the top and put Watkins out wide, or do I play 2 up top, you know? So that's a good manager to decide, how do I get the best out of the team? So he's come in and said, right, here's my players, watch them train and decide then what's the best formation I should use based on the players that I have. And then eventually he can form his own formation, bring in players to suit what he wants to see, which will maximize the team and get the best chance of 3 points. I think the same applies for Man United right now. Yesterday, we did see a tweak, in my opinion, with the mentality and the shape of the team. We were seeing one guy pull back a little bit deeper, protecting, and a bit more switched on, a bit more compact, and knowing that they would be raiding against us. We didn't see that Bournemouth winger raiding us all the time. That was taken care of. Obviously, done the homework there. And I like the way we set up because we slowly built into the game and built as a team. And then we started built towards the end. Our fitness and our quality came through. And once we soaked it all up and built as a team, people said we had a poor first half, but I was saliva was everywhere. I was loving it, drooling at the way we played in the first half, thinking, wow, soaked up, yeah, nowhere. You got why exact words were going nowhere. That's lockdown. No Juma or Dan Juma, nothing. No change there. You know, so I was really impressed the way we blocked things out. And I think that's something that's been employed into the players straight away. So when it comes to formations, I do think it's about look at your players, look at what you got, and then try and build around that. So at the moment, if I walked into Man United tomorrow, I'd be saying, boy, Ronaldo has to play. We're packed up front, so I'd probably play 3 up front. But then I'd have to say, well, obviously we've been conceding goals. I'd have to be conservative in a way, and maybe So that's where you'd start to look at it, and play to your strengths. But also make sure you compact like we did yesterday against a team that's going to be raiding against you until you exhaust them out, but they got nothing left, and then 2 licks, and we go home with 3 points.
I was trying to make a point about the game last night. You were saying about we had 1 dropping, 1 going, etc. That's a good thing. But it only the first half for me was that midfield, wasn't it? Really, it was just the midfield portion of that first half that wasn't quite ticking. But then, as we know, the last sort of 20 minutes or so, might have been 25, I don't know. Wow, everything turned around, and it just started to really flow and tick. And I didn't say maybe that was the first half could have been the hangover of the previous performances, and the second half was a glimpse of maybe what's to come, and also a reflection on that. Look, we haven't totally lost our way, because it was 2 contrasting halves, that one. You know what I mean? It really was.
Okay, so quick one, Mr. B. Anything onto that at all, or?
I me. Once talk gets talking, I just leave him to go. No, I'm not going to add anything to that. Actually, I quite enjoyed that.
That was quick.
I was so shocked. I was so shocked.
On Monday. Quick one. Could you go through some of these comments quickly for me, please?
Okay, so where is it? Rebel says Carrick can't go a full season. His pro license isn't finished, so he has a limited number of games that he can be in charge. So anyone wanted to do that Rio Ferdinand thing and sign him up, it's not happening, guys.
That's me.
Yeah, Solo, sorry.
Everything.
We have to shut you down. Lou Manu says, how you doing, bruv? He says, Ollie gave us a generational humiliation against our biggest rivals at home, and fake fans still want him. And we still want him. That's Ollie talking about people still support Ollie after getting thumped at home by Liverpool. And Yank talking smack. If you don't know, that's our man Connor. He says the info Ranrick is one of them from one of my sources. The info on Ranrick is from one of my sources. He told me this morning. Okay, I think he's joking there. And just finally, he said buyout will be 7.5 million to get Poch from PSG. Okay, brilliant.
Pay the money.
I love this one, Anthony. I got love for you, mate. Seriously.
811.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely lovely. Guys, if you're watching the Maniac Agenda, please like, please share, please subscribe to us. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. Once we hit the 1K subscribers, we will be giving you a signed Bruno Fernandes football shirt with a live draw on our channel. So please make sure you hit it, like, and share. And also, guys, from myself, Solo, on Monday, Mr. B, Talk.
Yes.
Guys, we'll be back tomorrow for Man United versus, Chelsea versus Man United preview show. Have a lovely evening. Good night.
Ciao.